Uncle Tom's Cabin, written by Harriet Beecher, Stowe. Harriet Beecher Stowe was born in Litchfield, Connecticut, on June 14, 1811. She was the seventh of 7 children. Her family produced a number of religious leaders, teachers, and reformers, focusing on abolitionism as one of their chief causes. Her father ran the Lane Theological Seminary, and she began working at her sister Catherine's School for Girls. Her proximity to Kentucky made her to have a first-hand testimony of the horrors of slavery. In 1843, she published her first book, The Mayflower. In 1852, she published Uncle Tom's Cabin, one of the most important bestsellers in the history of literature, and her first novel to criticize the American slavery society. The success of her novel was such that the Independent magazine in New York offered her a position, and she was asked to tour England, and she was received by Queen Victoria. She died on July 1, 1896, after being shipped into senility and a chronic illness. Before her illness, she wrote for 25 years, until her illness. Uncle Tom is a majestic, heroic slave whose faith and dignity are never corrupted. He is living on a Kentucky plantation owned by Mr. Shelby, a slave owner who doesn't doubt in making business, trading slaves to pay in his debts. One of his trades includes Uncle Tom to other slave trader called Legree, a satanic man that has no compassion for human life. Before he is bought by Legree, he is owned by other slave trader named St. Clair, who bought him to please his daughter, Eva St. Clair. However, Eva dies prematurely and Tom is sold to Mr. Legree. When in Legree's plantation, Tom is tortured and beaten to death because he refuses to follow Legree's orders against other slaves. Alternatively to Uncle Tom, the book also tells the reader the story of George Harris and Eliza, who live on separate plantations. Eliza and his son are owned by Mr. Shelby until the baby is sold together with Tom. Desperation takes them to escape to save the baby Harris, and all of them are helped by the Quakers. Wife, husband, and child reunite and they arrive to Canada, where they celebrate their freedom. Harriet wrote Uncle Tom as a panoramic realistic novel depicting an entire society, very much in the fashion of Dickens and Eliot. Everything involved in the writing and in the subject matter of Uncle Tom's Cabin was controversial slavery, racism, religious and political issues. Although Stowe was not feminist, the link between anti-slavery and the women's movement was a vital one. Yet, Uncle Tom's Cabin is a powerful feministic book. All the women in the book are already married, single, without, or too young to be objects of sexual interest. Uncle Tom is a great work written by a woman at the height of her formidable powers. She was inspired by the gravest issues of American culture. Thanks for watching.